In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to rank #1 on Google using AI SEO agents like Manus. The key thing you need to know about AI SEO agents is when to use them and when not to use them. Okay, we have some really powerful tools at our disposal right now. AI that can write content generation. We have AI agents that can go out and do other pieces of work, and then just general automation that can automate all the boring stuff. So let's dive into it, and I'll show you a variety of my favorite tools to use AI and automation to do our SEO and rank #1. So the first thing you need to think about is the content, right? What is the keyword that you want, right? And I believe that people often make this mistake. It's like the biggest mistake in SEO is like you try to do like the hardest keyword, right? So it really depends on your business, right? There's three different levels of business types, right? You can be a small entrepreneur creator type, right? You can be a, certified business, that it has a bit of authority out in the real world. And then there's the enterprise level, right? So these three different types of businesses can actually go for different types of keywords, right? If you're on the smaller level, then go for low competition. Low competition does not mean that there's no traffic. I myself, as just a single man in the world, have had more than 15 million people visit my websites. Why? Because I combined low competition and high search volume, right? So this is one of the ways to do it, is to use a tool like a keyword chef here. So I just put in the word chat GPT, right? And what this does, it sorts everything by competition, right? So you can just get your search volume, and then it shows what topics are weak, right? So not many people have written about how to use ChatGPT in Saudi Arabia, right? I can already think of why that's a good keyword, right? Because you can set up a VPN or sell something like that, right? Or anything like this. This is what people are looking for, right? You see Quora, Reddit, forum, thread. So tons of people are trying to ask this question: how to copy and paste ChatGPT without the background. Okay, so let's get together our prompt, right? So this is just a simple prompt, telling Manus AI that we're going to be using, right, to write our article for us. Well, we're going to be using this prompt here to write it for us. So let's have a look at what this does, right? So we'll just copy that in. Okay, so now we can just say, do research and write the article based on my instructions. Okay, so it has all the context there, right? And it's going to actually create my article for me. But okay, we have to wait 20 minutes, right? That's a bit annoying, but well, here we go. Actually, it's actually working now, so not too bad. It's going to do all of the work for me now. The good thing is about this, right, it just goes off and does everything by itself. Another one is called a Genspark, is another super agent, right, that can go out and do tons of stuff for you, right? But my personal favorite one is called Arvow, and I'll explain a little bit why this is, right? And I guess this is kind of the secret, right? It's a specialized tool, right? And it does have AI SEO agent capability as well, but it's a specialized tool, and that's super important, right? What you want from AI, if you think about ChatGPT, it's a great tool, right? It's good for answering basic questions and stuff. But in terms of SEO, for example, this is like, it's not specially made for SEO. This tool here is actually specially made for this. And actually, I'll leave a coupon code. It's Connor10, CONO or 10 in the first comment down below if you want to use this tool, right? But let's see how Manus is getting on, right? It's doing all its research, right? So while that's working away, let's actually check out Arvo, and I'll explain why I like this tool so much. Okay, so what you can actually do is set up a blog automation, right? So all you need to do is add your keywords, right? So if you're using a tool like this with tons and tons of low competition, high search volume, right, you can actually sort these by volume, right? So it's like how to use ChatGPT, right? But that's a bit more complicated, right? That's what I was talking about earlier, right? But you can see maybe down here, there's a little bit more weakness possibly here. So how to use ChatGPT with a phone number, right? It's a little bit weaker. Here's one, right? That's the one we're doing already. So yeah, this is definitely the best topic to go with. So we'll just copy that in now. And all we need to do is add an SEO article, right? So we just put in our topic there, right? That's all we need to do. I had to copy and paste ChatGPT without the background. And then we just add the keywords. So the cool thing about this, you can set up, like in Manus, you're going to have to go every single time to like find, the exact prompt that you want. With this, we can actually set this all up with all these extra features, right? Like how you want to call the title, right? Or how you want to outline, if you want to generate the outline each time. Or if you want a custom headline, right, you can do that. But you can save all this stuff so that you don't have to go in and do it every time, right? So I like to add YouTube videos. I like to add videos, right? This will do this every single time for us. We'll add, let's say 3 images will be good for this. And then you can actually add, so you can do all this like SEO work automatically. And that's like the power. Like for me, it's all about using AI and automation, right? Together, they're just a killer combination, right? So you can just save save changes, right? And then this will be published every time you use it, right? It will just save it like this. So to generate the article, all you need to do is just click this button and it's going to do the article for us. Okay, so let's look at what we got from Manus first, right? So it is quite a long article. I can see here, I mean, it is incredible what AI can actually do these days. Like, I remember writing something like this even last year, and it would just take me so long to do all of this, right? So you do still need to check this, obviously, or else you can ask Manus to go check it for you. There's 5 different methods. That's pretty damn good, right? I think that's actually what I do. You often is just go to Google Docs and copy and change it there. So yeah, 6 methods. I do like that. I find it a little bit wordy, as in it's just a little bit hard to read. I imagine on a mobile, this could be very difficult to actually read, but it's even gone and done the frequently asked questions, right? No images, but as far as I know, you can actually ask to go out and get screenshots and stuff. That's like the real power of the AI SEO agent, I think, is like those real actions, right, that it can actually do, right? So I'd be quite interested to know if this ranks. I think it would, because like we saw earlier, this is low competition, right? Very key, low competition, right? So let's have a look at Arvo now. They also created us an article, so we got a table of contents there, right? So what you'll notice about this one is that it's a bit more SEO friendly, right? We have a meta description here, we have a featured image with its alt text, right? So these are little SEO features that you need to add to your website every single time you publish an article. And I mean, everybody is sick of doing that type of boring work. Is like you're just telling Google what it is, is on the article, right? But it just has to be done, right? So other things that this Arvo is giving us is, I think it's better formatted, right? You can see there's like quote boxes, more bolded text. We can see outbound links, right? So it's super important for Google to see that you're taking information from, trusted websites, right? We have different images, right? You can even go in here, right, and change the image if you want. You need to go to the AI SEO editor, right? You just go to the editor, right? And we also have an assistant here, so you can ask it to make changes, right? And you can just make any changes you want, right? You can just ask it to make changes, right? So super powerful that you can just do that, right? And yeah, it just looks like a really good article to me, right? I think the key difference here between the two of them, right, for me, I mean, I can get a bit lazy when it comes to writing this type of stuff. And what I like about this is I can just set it up to automatically publish, right? That is just like a key saver. Manus is expensive if you want to actually use it. So I would be saving Manus for some other tip, for some other like type of tasks, right? That's in fact what I'm looking for, is like I'm trying to find the tasks where this will be the best tool. For me, for writing SEO and publishing SEO blog posts, Arvo is the best tool, right? And there is also AI SEO agents, which I mentioned earlier. So to get to the AI SEO agents, you just need to go to site optimizers, right, in the blog automation part. You can see all of this. You can get your blog post automatically syndicated to social media as well. But have a look at this AI SEO agent. Everybody loves an AI SEO agent because it goes out and does the work for us, right? I really think we need to be thinking, AI is doing 80-90% of the work, and then we need to have a look. It's called human in the loop, right, where it's like a human's eyes, who's hopefully an expert, right, in the topic, is looking at it and going, okay, this is good, this is bad, This is good, right? So that's why it's like this is an AI SEO agent, this site optimizer, right? And it goes out and crawls your website, right? And then will actually go find places where the meta description isn't good or isn't there, for example. And then you can just change it. Like you don't need to even go onto your website, just click apply. So this is a great way to actually use AI SEO agents on your website, right? Because it is super important to try to get all these technical things correct, right? That's what we want to do, is get everything correct, right? And if you don't know too much about SEO, this can be a great way to teach yourself, because it even tells you, it's like, why is this one, what, like, why do we need to actually change this? And there's an explanation, right? So it's like actually changing is why. Here there's no meta description, right? So there we go, it's written for us, and yeah, we can just click apply, and then boom, we have our own AI SEO agent that writes our description, our meta description, the boring part, right? Honestly, all of this stuff is the most boring part. So you want to have an AI SEO agent that actually does the boring stuff for you, right? I think that's like key right now, is like save the time so you can do stuff, other stuff in your business, right? Don't waste time doing all of this stuff because it's boring. It's absolutely boring, right? That's it for this video. I have tons more videos coming for you. If you're interested in AI SEO, how agents can improve your workflow and automate everything, so subscribe to the channel for these videos.